talking point platform. TTP. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty. To we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we gon' make salute.
We want to say we're very, very sorry for being the program a little bit late due to serious issue we get inside the program this morning. But nevertheless, good morning, welcome to your first edition. Good morning, welcome to your first edition of your program, Good Morning Salon, for this week. We come to you live from the Society for Radio. We come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today on Monday, April 8, 2024, and we'll bring the program to you this morning. Monday morning. My name is Usman Kamara.
And me, Nasapti Kalon. Good morning. Inside this edition of the program, Good Morning Salon, the Vice President, Dr. Mohammed Jule Jalodon say, and now go take again. Salon go begin send police at China other country them so that they go able for the coordinate other security each them proper one with other country them. The Minister of Sports, Augusta James Temer say, then go use different sports platform them for support effect against Kushna the country, whether among plenty young people them. And today inside the program, Radio Democracy will talk to the National Coordinator for Budget Advocacy Network, Ban Abubakar Kamara. We will talk about the civic society and concern we then get for make government publish the tribunal report on the suspended Auditor General Lara Taylor Pierce and in Deputy Tamba Momo.
With this and plenty other stories that for inside the program this morning. Members say the list will be live on www.radiodemocracy.sl and safe.sl and safe from support from Leo Rock Metal Group, not in the sponsor Radio Metal Group, not in the sponsor Radio Democracy for bringing the program Good Morning Salon come to you. And this program, the Power by Africell. Remember say the list Power by Africell. Remember say the list will live from Radio Partner them Radio Chalet 89.5 na Koina Dugu and Falabadi Street, 9.5 na Koina Dugu and Falabadi Street. Same way so on Radio Maleng 88.5, Radio 1G 101.5, Radio 1G 101.3 na Pujon District, Radio Colente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Mwa 105.5 na Kailão, 105.5 na Kailão, Vopari Radio na Watalo, Voice of Sandona Kono District, Voice of Karine na Kamakuya 98.0, and Voice of Kamakuya 98.0, and Voice of Masuro na Pujon District. The program na Good Morning Salon where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. You will watch me on Radio Democracy Facebook page. Can send in your message na Facebook page day. And you will listen radio. Can drop in your message on the number 077 981 981 981 981.
The program now Good Morning Salon, and inside this edition of the program, we start for look at issue and we take the first issue. Osai the chief Imam na the Northern Region for the United Council of Alhaji Muhammad Osman Bangora say one challenge we Imam. Okay, according to a producer that inside the already, the program they continue as we they look at another issue. Inside one security sector engagement with all the security body them na salon device. All the security body them na salon the vice president Dr. Mohammed Jule Jallo don say enogote again salon begin send police attache salon begin send police attache them na other country them so that they go able for the coordinate other security issue them proper one na other country proper one na other country them. For more on this issue, we reporter Usman Kamara.
For the past 5 years na salon, people wait tap oversee and the one they will tap na ya don dey send 30 remarks na social media as way for about the country in peace and security. And plenty parents getting remarks here with them people yakin saying make team be like the August 10 protest and other one them. Because of this, make the security sector under the leadership of the vice president don't engage all security sector them na salon for look inside team them where them for do for continue for give more strength to the country in security system. But first, make we listen to the chief of staff na state host Abdul Kagbo will explain more about the importance of this engagement.
As a nation, we've seen multiple security threats. We've witnessed attempts to overthrow our democratically elected government. We've had other internal security threats in the last 5 years. These threats not only create a volatile situation in our dear country, but also impacts on sustained economic growth, the daily lives of citizens. As a sector, we should also be thinking of the impact of the following threats. One, we should be thinking also about the risk of the contagion of insecurity in Mali and the Sahel into coastal states like Sierra Leone. We should also be thinking about the contagion of coups or the unconstitutional removal of democratically elected governments. We should be thinking about the explosion of new technologies and the pervasive influence of social media and the manipulation of opinion through misinformation and disinformation. We should also be thinking about the current tension that's caused by geopolitical shifts and geostrategic interests and the potential impacts of proxy conflict within our society.
The Salon Police, the Army, gets big role for play for make the country continue to enjoy peace and security. And inside this engagement, the Inspector General of Police, William Faya Selu, and the Chief of Defense Staff, P.K. Lavahon, been get this for say.
We in the armed forces have signed a social contract in covenant with the people of this country, and we have to live up to that. So for my colleagues that are here, I take that message to the men and women you are leading. For the challenges, I will not talk about challenges. Challenges are everywhere. However, those challenges are also problems. For those of us who have been in the game for quite some time, it's a refresher program for us.
It is coming in the wake of the difficult moments we've had in the most recent 1 year. And that is why I'm sure this study is driven by the need for us to understand our roles in the sector. Sometimes the roles are confusing, but I was going through the curriculum, I saw it is well loaded. This study day is going to open our minds. It's going to help us to reorganize our perceptions of the issues around maintaining security in the country.
Inside his statement, the National Coordinator for Office of National Security, Abdullahi Koka, say the study day where they organize for security sector they all over the country go look inside in them for give more strength to the security business na salon.
Enhancing national security through a highly progressional and well-coordinated security sector has been scheduled to provide an opportunity for sector players at the strategic, operational, and tactical levels of the command to interact and have frank discussions on the identified problems and agree what can be collectively done to tackle the problems to enhance sectoral efficiency. This will be triggered by reiteration of knowledge on the national security architecture with a main emphasis on the standard response guidelines, which stipulates the principles of security actions interwoven with the management and operationalization of intelligence to meet a desired national security end state. Our resources and our successes as a security sector anchors on the vast array of possibilities that teamwork holds, and we cannot afford to do any less. Let us continue to work as a team and through the rhythm of coordination and consistently try to develop those areas in which we believe we are not so strong.
Inside in keynote address, the Vice President Dr. Mohamed Julle Jallow say in Ogote again, Salon they begin send police attaché na other country them. We go to coordinate other issue them proper one.
We are going to start police attachés first in Morovia and then in Guinea, those two countries, and then expand that to the AU, the ECOWAS, and the UN. So that is something we have been working on, and now we have a formula to do that. We are just waiting for the green light of the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and then we'll dispatch police attachés that will work side by side with the military. So that is going to help us increase coordination between our neighboring countries, because it is only the police that will be able to engage on civilian issues in those respective countries where they are. And we need to have police attachés in the UN, because in the AU, because if you look today, we have a very big police contingent in Somalia. We cannot have a very big police contingent in Somalia. We don't have senior police officers sitting in the African Union and also in ECOWAS. I think in the next couple of weeks or months, we are going to fast track that. We are going to appoint the first generation of police attachés.
Vice President Dr. Mohamed Julle Jallow end up calling on all security bodies in the country for work as one, so that they go able to provide proper security for Salon people, for the Society for the Democracy. Mina Usman Kamara, the reports.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue, and as to tell on today inside one power headlines story them with the talk to civil society organization them we get concern outside and call on government for publish the tribunal report on the suspended Auditor General Lara Taylor Pierce and in Deputy Tamba Momo. For can talk on this particular issue at this time, I welcome Abubakar Kamara in the National Coordinator for Budget Advocacy Network. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, 98.1, and good morning, me fellow shareholders.
Okay, so on this particular issue, if people remember, inside November 2001, allegation may come out on professionalism, misconduct, and breach of confidentiality, where we get for do with the Auditors General report, and for sake of this, we make Lara Taylor Pierce and Tamba Momowena in deputy we go under suspension. And in line with this issue, government will set up a committee for investigating this particular matter. Well, from that time to now, 2001 November, how this matter day, how far they don't go with the investigation, and we know the current situation of this particular issue that make ban with other civil society organization 50-50 sludge, and other one them don't pull a press release outside and say from 2001 to now, then for they will come with a conclusive report on waiting the committee for not on the investigation where they may do with the then Auditor General, when Lara Taylor Pierce and in deputy. When now some of the concern we ban get sludge and 50-50 group inside the program, you will know this morning. But before we look at this particular joint press release, also on the urge government for come out with tribunal report of findings. Let we listen and viewers them know. I mean, ban one people we can talk on the issues of finance and economic status in the country. So far, which you will say in line with that, because now that's more people believe in abandon focus, though only they do other things. Later now we'll dive into this particular issue we therefore.
BAN a network of international and national organizations. We comprise of 7 institutions. We get Christian Aid, we get Action Aid, we get NMJD, we get CGG, we get Transparency International, we get Talking Dome Studio, and we get Wabin. And BAN is formed under the 3 principles of the budget. We transparency, accountability, and participation. And the main aim why we form ban now for ensure say we use the budget as a tool for all government accountable for that they will provide service delivery. But we work is centered around the 4 stages of the budget process. When are the enactment, execution, monitoring, we'll get auditing. So all work we're going to do mainly centered around them 3 tiers. And we they use evidence as a means for engage public officials them, and would also provide alternatives in terms of where we think some of the government policies and the work are out of work. So they will generate the evidence and provide alternative suggestions them what we engage government with. So one of the niche of work is using evidence for advocacy, while at the same time we try to protect the aspect of transparency and accountability around how public officials they manage the people's resources.
So in line with in the area of transparency, accountability, what will be your assessment so far on how government officials don't they manage the funds?
This is a very broad question. Let me first of all, probably since this for deal with audit, generally what they talk for boss, one of the institutions then in this country after the war, we don't really reform now the audit office, because we wouldn't know over the past years them they go them 4 or 5 years and they put this report, and we put this report not more comprehensive. So in terms of our assessment on transparency, it's a bit broad.
Okay.
But generally, before this suspension of the Auditor General, we would not see tremendous progress in terms of how that institution don't transform, don't help for whole people are accountable. And in fact, now one of the institutions we don't help for also uphold democracy in terms of financial accountability. Democracy need to strive where we not get proper accountability. And financial accountability is very much key for democracy to strive, especially where it go for deal with providing resources, who provide services for the people of Sierra Leone, especially the ordinary people of Sierra Leone. And mind you, the people who rely more on government service than the ordinary citizens.
And you think that they get the service as it is expected for letting get up? Is it affordable and accessible at the moment?
Then a whole thing for talk about, because if we take, for example, education sector, we go to health sector. Again, and they also link them to the audits, the work they do. For example, the recent audit report they don't do. Then provide a number of lapses. See, for example, the hospital system. A number of basic things they will lack in the hospital system, where citizens are supposed for access when they're sick. Because the northern citizens, if they're sick, they're not going to have resources for going to a private hospital. We pay 2, 3, 4, 4 million. Now then, government services they use. So the audit, what they do, it also help for progress in that particular side there. And we don't see the quite recent reports where they mention, for example, some hospitals don't get basic equipment. Some hospitals and then they not get basic drugs them for letting them do their work them. So we're a long way in terms of really improving services. Though we also organize some efforts have been made, but we still get a long way for going in terms of addressing. So audit, one of the work they do, it also help for providing information to government, to public, for letting aware that these are the services that we're lacking, and these are the things that we government need for address. So therefore, audit accountability now one key is component in terms of promoting democracy and accountability, and even in terms of pushing for effective service delivery.
Right. Over the past year, ban now one of the organization them we don't raise concern anything with the audit, report Komon. And over the past year, audit service don't pull the audit reports now do, and most time people will say nearly the same things them years after year don't the dinner the audit report. Now, from the civil society point of view, you think say anything don't change years after year we audit service alone they pull the reports now do?
Some things they don't change, but not to the extent so we really feel say for there. We don't see actions that we government don't take for address audit accountability. So therefore, from the policy wise, we don't see some amount of actions, and we don't see they don't form audit committees them at the ministries them, and there's also an overall audit committee for the council to look at audit issues. We don't see, for example, look at Government Act, they don't count a component who they look at audits specifically. We don't see they don't do the standard operating procedure where they look at how for address the recommendations them. All of that happens from the policy wise. But from the practical perspective, for we really see the impact of all of the policy also, we really don't see the impact it, because we don't see the continue to see the audit report year in, year out. Same issues there. In fact, some time in the issue they even become more worst. So likewise, from the policy front, those documents they don't put in place, but the actual impact on how it help for address the audit issues then, that really not reflects it.
All right. So what does this mean for accountability and transparency? If every year the audit reports they mention one green thing, like money where the where ministry department and any agency they're not able for show document for.
It means say the people's resources is being lost. The people the money not become well accounted for. It means say the people the resources where for them help for provide services. The people need to get that services because the resources do not utilize and the way they're supposed to utilize and for me the citizens they receive services them, whether education, whether health, they need to receive them. So therefore, citizens then are the people who they mainly lose in them case they are so, because now they need to get the services they're supposed to get because of the accountability aspect will not become so strong for all the people accountable so who they manage the government of Australia. I mean the people of Australia the money them.
So in line with that word, people and money loss, people can rather say they are right or appropriate word for users are misuse.
Well, then they are no book, they say that semantics it was, but the fact of the matter is the citizen they lost services they're supposed to get because of the action of some public officials when they will help for accounts for some of their resources.
Okay, as you don't to highlight on the issue of transparency and accountability and also how much service delivery day so far, Abubakar Kamara, we na National Coordinator Budget Advocacy Network, will come to the real reason and purpose we make there inside the studio. Also see a joint press release come out from Una. Also Una the demand a swift judgment following the conclusion of the Auditor General's Tribunal. Before we look at this stage on reach now, it go very importantly we listen and view them know how we reach this stage for a set of civil society they demand a swift judgment on the status of the then Auditor General report or investigation where they do. Take we listen and view them through.
Firstly, not to then, she's still the Auditor General. Suspend or suspender.
But she's not in position.
The one where they
act,
I mean they call an acting on the general. So instantly the substantive Auditor General is just on suspension. Now, coming back to your question, since the 11th of November, we didn't suspend Auditor General. The country was in shock by then. And we see a number of institutions and individuals will condemn this act. Civil society, professional bodies, them, for example, we get the CAL, we get IGL, we get 50-50, CAN, Legal Aid, Large, even ICASEL, even international press release and come out from AFOSAI, when like the audit institution would look at Africa, we get the NTO, like the UN body around. A number of them, including BAN and other institutions, condemn the act. And there are two messages where most of them press release go with. One, condemn the act and talk about the implication we get in terms of audit accountability. And secondly, calling on the president for reverse that decision day. And of course, all over the past months, they don't see a number of persons don't come up again. So the His Excellency the President, they set up a tribunal. We inaugurated this tribunal on the 6th of December 2021. We then suspended on the 11th. Of course, the tribunal not sit the first sitting, where they sit at the 1st of March, that we are talking close to 3 to 4 months after we then suspend the original. Of course, that first sitting, the will be followed, no say the tribunal will be prepared by then. There was a lot of issues there, a lot of logistics issues there. The second sitting will be the 7th of April. Again, nothing will be happened. The third sitting at the 3rd of April 2022. Nothing will be happening. In fact, since the 11th, we then suspend the November 2021 and suspend the Auditor General, apart from the broader allegation, we then say professional misconduct, the states all able to come up with case in June. We mean we are talking about almost 7 months after we then suspend them. So we don't see a number of delay in the whole trial process, where now we are talking about around 28 months now since they suspended the general. So of course, then committee go on, both the states and the suspended Auditor General and deputy don't present the case. The state don't present the case, and they don't close the case last year in December 22. So that is where we are, and we will observe the process as the process will go along. So when the case closed on the December last year, we wait January following for the judgment, following the delivery. We wait February, we wait March, and now we are in April. Even though the charges not to criminal charges, but we get section 23(6) of the Constitution. We say after they don't close the case and we do one for judgment, within 90 days, then for them come up with a judgment on that. And now we are going close to 4 months. And this gets serious implication around the dispensation of justice in Sierra Leone. Because when you delay justice, there are a couple of things. One, it derail the citizen trust. Secondly, it gets huge implication around accountability. And mind you, this organization will come together, who pull this press release, we all get a common goal. Okay. We have to promote accountability in the dispensation of justice. Right. We're in a 50-50, where we get SLAJ, we get win a ban, then we get the Institute of Legal Research and Advocacy for Justice. We come together and say, it's almost going to 4 months. All right. Let's ask the government and the people of Sierra Leone, let also know that this now be one of the most, now be a, they can call it, say, public interest case. Okay. And if you don't take that long, we'll not see and deliver judgment where the case we don't close. So we need to ask questions. Okay. And we need to call on the leadership. Okay. For let them provide we a judgment on this particular case here. So.
All right, you just explain about a position and together with other organizations. But for somebody we don't know, what really happened will lead to Lara and in deputy then suspension.
The press release where state has been pulled, where they suspend the Auditor General and deputy. Then we mention say professional misconduct. And of course, we don't know the details. Stay from November 2021, the details not come up to the public. this is where Sludge again will come out very strongly that citizens forget access to the information on why the suspender, apart from the border perspective. When I say June 2022, then come up with the details. There were 10 issues them where the government bring, but of course, now only one government count evidence. You know that the 9, they know the court, the tribunal not look at them because government not count evidence on that day. And the main issue what the tribunal looked into, now the aspects where the office of the Auditor General contact a third party that the accusation with government give, contact a third party when we for deal with hotel receipts for confirm them. See, the accusation here is that enough for them contact a third party without seeking the permission of the client. And the client in this case, the office of the president. And audit service, as per law, they get rights for audit all government institutions, they include the office of the president. And beyond the happen over the years, and again, it still continues to happen. So in the process of doing the audit, there was a concern around hotel receipts, where the office of the Auditor General contacts the hotel for authenticate that receipts there. And the charges against the office of the Auditor General, when I would the charge against the Auditor General and deputy is that they now follow contact that third party owner the hotel without the consent of the office of the president. So now these are the charges where the tribunal looking to, where we the wait now for the tribunal can tell we whether it's right or they're not right. Because now they get the responsibility for telling them whether the Auditor General act in the rightful way or they're not acting in the rightful way. So therefore, we call on them respectfully for let them deliver the judgment to the people of Sierra Leone. Because the people of Sierra Leone, they're anxiously waiting. They wait for the judgment on this particular issue as well.
All right. Now, they wait for the tribunal for letting explain whether waiting them Lara do and in deputy not the right way. But waiting the law say in terms of investigation where audit service they do, we get for do with document. Is it that then supposed for contact the third party or the person where then things not produce the right receipt?
Lara and deputy they act according to the law or they don't act according to the law. So now then get the mandate for tell you a particular one day. Mind you, all of this to do so now for protect democracy, now for uphold the principle of accountability. And mind you, all of the states and where they improve in terms of service delivery, one of the principles they uphold are the principle of accountability. The level of development of a country depends on the level of accountability. If we get very weak accountability structures and systems, then absolutely we will get serious challenge for a lot of progress. Okay. So we do this one for a couple of reasons. Number one, now for precedence. Already on we side of Obu State now press release and Boko organization then, I very bad precedent who don't be set. And one of the reasons why we exist is for all government officials that are accountable respectfully, including Sludge and the other organization then where we be part of this press release. So one major concern for now is with the acts respectfully, the tribunal is almost 4 months after they don't close the case. Let them bring to the people of Sierra Leone the judgment on the particular issue as well. All
right, Mr. Kamara, I want to go assess audit service salon then work since Lara and deputy left.
Public trust don't affect the work. We see, for example, the last audit report when there not be audit of the president, they audit them, and the explanation from audit they not be meet the threshold for let them bring issues in the Auditor General's report. What are the public outcry? Now that made them sack Lara. So, and when we lack public trust in a very key institution like that, it will serve as a platform for let corruption strive. So we even point here is that accountability is key, and therefore, at the dispense of justice, would also ask for accountability and transparency.
Okay.
And would they swiftly ask the tribunal follow and deliver judgment to the people of Sierra Leone on this particular issue also.
Well, in case you just join me, inside this edition of the program, Good Morning Salon, we studio guest today, Abubakar Kamara, National Coordinator, Budget Advocacy Network, where they are for raise other concern them with other civil society organization they get for let government publish a tribunal report on the suspended Auditor General, Lara Telopias, and in Deputy Tamba Momo. Excuse me. And on the raise concern them. Now, on the call for a swift action for loan and see what come out of the investigation, Mr. Kamara. But earlier, when you look at this whole process of this tribunal, one we know start quick, then set them up inside November and not start stay March. Too much preparation of the day. People they wonder if the process not be swift and well prepared, how would they expect a swift report for come out on this particular issue?
Well, we're not going to comment on Dande for now. When we don't comment on the process, that there was delays in the process, not preparation not be made well, that was delayed, tremendous delay, almost 7 months.
So while now one swift judgment, we're already from the initial stage of this whole
well,
process.
the case don't close. The case don't close from December 2023, and we are going close to 4 months now for one charge where they look into. And the more you delay justice, the more it cause a problem where citizens go lost trust on the judiciary.
So in line with the process, a very important that we listen and via them know, waiting will be banned and the other set of civil society organization, the assessment on this whole tribunal process, on the follow up this process. Now, one way be transparent.
Firstly, the process they not be prepared well.
Okay.
We don't see they set up the committee in December 2021. They inaugurate them in December. I mean the 6th, and the tribunal not start until March. Almost 4 months when it's suspended. Where it really not fair. And we see the first visit in them, there was not much preparation. And we don't see tremendous delay in the whole process. So for we concerned for now is that process don't pass.
So you're not going to tell whether it was transparent or not?
No, the process was open. There are some challenges at the start in terms of media access and all this, but the process was open. Now be open, now open court process. But we concerned for now is the case don't close. We want to let them deliver judgment. Mind you, this also get effect on women.
You can tell me that later inside the program, the effects and implication on the particular issue on democracy and transparency, and directly how then I mean we women need to go through this women in position. The program, Good Morning Salon, they continue. Abubakar Kamara, my name, National Coordinator Budget Advocacy Network, where they are the talk on behalf of other civil society organization, them like SLARGE, 50-50, iLarge, another one them also they call on government for come out with or for bring out a swift judgment following the conclusion of the Auditor General in Tribunal. Usman?
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue inside the program now. We look at another issue. Also, the Chief Imam in the Northern Region for the United Council of Imam, Al-Haji Mohammed Usman Bangura, said the challenge with regional Imam then they get now for all right, now outside then they call on Soriat organization them for letting get a chance for go Hajj and complete the 5 pillar inside Islam. Well, Jafferman's Davis get more and go now report.
Iftar, now the food we Muslim then they eat for cut fast during the month of Ramadan and plenty time. This activity can get that Boku Muslim then on one side, as well for make peace in one word, then a different community there across the world. Now for sake of this, make one Soriat Salomon Al-Haji Musa Tarawali been decide for go work in the region. Forget Iftar with regional, district and chiefdom imam then about 4 regions in the country.
We will not discourage, we will not continue for sacrifice. Allah, you not get her now, you pikin go get her. You pikin not get her, you grand pikin go get her. But the work now the work for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know they ever go to pay. Me value that day. I want as a debt for pull that money by imams and for make people then value imams. So this is what they do across the country. It pleased me so much. And I want to assure Una say I will do more than ever. Una your role, I remember me in Una prayers.
This iftar event been happen at Bo, Kenema, Makeni and Putloko district, Usai Imam them, at the region they are, been read Quran and self make plenty dua them, where this be make Alhaji Musa Tawali ask them for the support and fight against Kushnas alone.
I want for also appeal to Una, say, fitina day in this country right now, whether the Kush, where they destroy with bikini, where they see that they carry them with the worst day. When they take push and they put them inside gutter, and me drink it and here. And they ask Una, the imams of this country, we're closer to God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Una pray for this. Una will learn it. Una know what in a fitina. But prayer will not. Seeing way, sense no depend again. Now they call pandemic. You don't reach that stage. The president don't declare. Una pray for him. Because the generation wait for come after we, now they destroy.
This Soyat person been continue for tell the Imam they are, but intention what he say go help for make able for do more for Imam than at the country.
Thousands of people they encourage me for me I take the leadership of the SFPP and be president of Sierra Leone.
Allahu Akbar.
I not talk to nobody. I not talk to no group. I not send message now no group, but I decide to say the first people we are going to talk to 9 imams. So I reach Freetown. The following day, I begin the store. I will share this with Una. And I will share with Una for one thing, for make Una pray over.
With all the statements they are, what the Imam then at the region then think about the waka where Alhaji Musa Tawali do na the south, east, north and northwest region then at the country. Sheikh Alhaji Usman Kerin, na the southern region chairman for the United Council of Imam, and he beget this for say.
Yeah, well, the initiative to us, we see now a move in the right direction. And that everything we talk, waiting it be based on is in belief in Allah. And everything we don't happen to run in life, now the cause and the directions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it decides it get a responsibility for payback because this community we actually don't invest in it. So that blessing day today, now it don't make it don't able to achieve now the global world. So if it to say, Musa, I don't get, I forgo pay the back. So now make a call on the Imam and say, let it come get iftar with them. And on that note, it declare an intention to them where it can be saying that people and the acts can say, we want to let you go. So, and if you say where it can to the community, it don't do the declaration. We serve down here, read the word, and we get to young consultations, what would they do on?
Alhaji Mohammed Usman Bangoa, na the chief imam na the northern region, where he been the talk. He talk about the challenge them, where he say, imam then na the country go want for make Soyat people like Alhaji Musa Tawali help them wait.
Then imam then cry. So don't they boku, then they go na hard. Boku chief imam they don't die, na mini one then they. They name the way them born, they will take the then they call them. Sunday na Ibrahim, Sunday na Al Hussein. Sunday na Sheikh Abdullah. They want for change the name to from Sheikh Abdullah to Alhaji Sheikh Abdullah. One pass through you. The chief imam they them they get go boku don't die. Boku don't die. Now so new one is so. Few they will get name of Allah, but few of them na Sheikh no more, Sheikh no more, Sheikh. But one for change name from Sheikh to Alhaji from you. One for ask, let ask for you side they ask for see the imam there. They want for see the Kaaba. The imam then elector, but Medina, but Kuba, but Uhud, but Qiblatain. The elector but Mina, but Arafah, but Muzdalifah. But most people don't see it. They're not happy.
After this event, Alhaji Musa Tawali been give pretty close to the regional, district and chiefdom imam them. We tap na the 4 region the way he go waka and self-promise say he go get at the imam they are for me to the 3rd most recognized imam na the world so that they go able for engage and talk about thing them. We go help for develop imam status then a salon for the Society for Radio Democracy. Jafferman Davis, the report.
TP, Union Union Trust Bank, the game changer don't come. As we the lead, others they follow. And just with your mobile phone, you go transfer and receive money with ease, speed, and safety. UTB don't make it possible for collect money na ATM machine without the ATM card. Now that we call cardless ATM. You, the UTB customer, go send money to anybody and deposit and collect the money na any UTB ATM panel without any ATM card. All it can do now for just enter the reference code and collect the money. The UTB copper in safe day. With this UTB copper, any UTB customer can transfer copper with a mobile phone to anybody up to 5 billion loans. And with the reference code, the person can go to any UTB branch and collect the copper. Union Trust Bank, we there for you.
The program Good Morning Saloon continues. Still inside the studios, we get the National Coordinator for Budget Advocacy Network, BAN, Abubakar Kamara Sidia, for talk about them position. Usai then they call for make them do swift judgment on the suspended Lara Taylor Pierce, the Auditor General and in deputy. Now you don't make on a position concerning what you want foresee. What in this mean, you know, if we continue for the get some kind of issue here on people, we suppose for all government accountable?
You know, it gets a lot of implication on financial accountability, on women then who are aspire for various positions then. It gets implication on even the aspect of access to information. Overall, it gets implication in terms of the fight against corruption. Firstly, you know, we don't see government make some strides in the fight against corruptions, where ACC do and other institutions them. And the Office of the Audit Service, now one of the institutions again will contribute towards the fight against corruption. So if we see they suspend an Auditor General in the process of being in work for professional misconduct, it gets a whole lot of implication around citizen trust, around how do we ensure we uphold the aspects of financial accountability. And when we get down there, it provide an opportunity for corruption for stripes. And of course, the one who will suffer more when we get corruption now the ordinary citizens, because now then will be deprived of basic services them, like water, health, education, and the rest of it. Of course, it also get implication as the matter, they almost the time for being as a matter of precedence. And one of the implications we will get is citizens will being lost trust. And we don't see in the past audit reports, just because there were no issues around the office of the president, citizens and passive now say that because they suspend the Auditor General, so the current law they act is afraid for probing more. And we need citizen trust in all of them processes there. So, of course, around the aspect of women, you know, we decide to promote women. We get the gender law where they don't pass, we decide for promote women economically, politically. If women will decide for aspire, they see some of them see what happened. It will create fear among them, especially when we don't get so much delay in the process. And now the tribunal don't be concluded. We also don't begin to see delay in the delivery of judgments. It get negative implication in terms of motivating women them who really want to aspire for higher political or professional position or public service. In all of this, we want for ensure say we also support for let democracy thrive. And for let democracy thrive, there is a need for accountability. As I mentioned earlier, any nation we're ready for strive, the principle of accountability is going for all very family. So that everybody, irrespective of the profession where they will be accountable for your actions, especially those that would relate to providing services and accountable for the public resources. So we, the organization, we come together, we demand fit say we need for acts, raise a voice on this issue because it's very much important. It's about protecting the people's resources, It's about ensuring that the institution get the free will and the citizen trust be very high up there. Already, citizen trust don't begin to be affected because of these actions. So even if the current administration they do well, the citizen trust go derail. And mind you, all the work all the services do now for the people of Sierra Leone. Because the way ensure say the government officials they will be responsible, they manage the resources well, so that they will provide service to the people of Sierra Leone. If the people they provide service for don't get some amount of mistrust, it's going to affect the whole process of itself.
Okay. Now you just mentioned about the bad implication there with this could cause to the country, but over the past year, international body them one thing we can look for now some of them small accountability, transparency, and the rest. With then kind of situation there, it gets any implication again where we will make international body then begin watch salon one kind.
Absolutely. We be the follow also again within the app internationally when they suspend Lara. And we also don't see how it also affects with direct budget support in a salon. We don't see, for example, EU, where them don't go to one camp, they not come again. Now they don't begin to discuss for let them come. So it gets implication on that particular aspect there. And mind you, audits, especially the implementation of the recommendation, now one key aspect where World Bank they look into for let them determine how much funding they will provide for salon. So if the institution, the office were responsible, we don't see the leadership be suspended in the process of doing this work, it gets implication in terms of that particular one day. They go and call the CPIA. The more action you take in implementing the audit recommendations, the more points they get, would they make it to get more funding from, for example, World Bank. And we don't see on the policy-wise, government put a lot of policy in place for address the recommendations there. But of course, the implementation-wise, now they want it to block there. But coming back to the suspension of Lara from that particular point there, we don't see a lot of international organizations don't condemn the process. And it need to send good image for we as a country internationally in terms of how the executive they handle the operations of the institution.
Okay, so why in this issue, Mr. Abubakar Kamara, on Lara and suspension, the things that we want to see from the international angle, governments and they get any clue of that?
Well, me know the talk for government here. I don't know why, but we own focus here is we want for protect democracy. We want to ensure that in the budget cycle, we get 360 accountability. And one of the last stage of the budget cycle, now audit and monitoring. So one for instance, we get 360 accountability from that perspective. And if we see the office, the one with the head the office, mind you, let me say this. This is not about Lara and Momo. It's about the Office of Audit Service. How we will ensure say that they will operate in a way where they will operate from a very independent manner, in a way where there will be no fear in the process. Again, as I mentioned, the citizen trust is key in all of what audit services do. So it's about how do we ensure that we protect democracy, we protect financial accountability, and we ensure say going forward, we have an audit office we go do the work freely without no fear in terms of how they carry out their operations. And we want to ensure say this precedent really let it not happen again.
So in line with ensuring that the audit service able to do work in a free space, what you would say about the current acting deputy? You think, say, looking at all this scenario where they happen on this case of Lara Taylor Pierce, you think, say, in any way it will make them where the actor become hesitant for probing more and investigating how people they use public funds?
We don't see over the years they produce audit reports. We don't look at citizen trust in this matter, the effect of the suspension of the general on the side of citizens. For we need to look into the operations of the current.
You think that is getting an effect for letting they become a bit skeptical?
No, the effect where it gets is about citizen trust on this whole process. And we need citizens for trust the process because audit services work for the people of Sierra Leone and especially the ordinary citizens in terms of how they will ensure say There is accountability in how they manage resources, especially in terms of providing services. You know, this now a whole sort of discussion. So for we now, we focus at this particular point is calling on the judiciary, more specifically the tribunal, that is almost 4 months since the conclusion of the judgment of the case. Let them come out to a judgment so that the people of Sierra Leone will know what will be the outcome of this case here soon.
So wait to know and let the public know and understand in all of this. Is it that they seek the interest of few people or not just while a proper precedent be set?
Will they seek the interest of the people of Sierra Leone?
Okay.
Because the work with audit service they do now for the people of Sierra Leone. And as I just mentioned, the past audit reports get a lot of issues there around health service delivery. We're not for the people of Sierra Leone. So we want to ensure, say, one, democracy thrive, because without accountability, there will be problem. We want to ensure, say, there is proper financial accountability, and the institution where we expect for do that work today, the one where they do that work today, they are protected from fear, they are protected from non-interference, and then do their work in a transparent, accountable, non-interference point of view.
Okay, well, in case you just joined me inside this edition of the program, Good Morning Salon, you did listen to Abubakar Kamara, National Coordinator, Budget Advocacy Network, where they talk about a concern we ban with other civil society organizations then get. Also, they call on government for come out with a swift judgment following the conclusion of the Auditors General Tribunal. As people remember, inside November 2021, the Auditor General, Lara Taylor-Pierce, and Deputy Tamba Momo, they go on suspension due to the fact for say they involved in what they call breach of confidentiality and professional misconduct. When we government set up the tribunal day, years back to now, these are the reasons we make the call for then come out to the public and witness the findings on this particular matter. Continue for the with me inside the program. Good Morning Salon. Osman.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue inside the program. We did take one of we to read them. Outside the Minister of Sport, Augustine James Tema, say they will use a different sport platform them for support the fight against corruption in the country. We don't have plenty young people them na salon. Well, Augusta James Tema talk more to Musa Kamara inside this interview.
We gather here today for Join the World for Celebrate International Day of Sport, when normally they take place on the 6th of April every year. What does this day mean to sports? Very important day for recognize really the efforts and value the significance of sport to human beings, not only athletes, generally within sports, the journalist society, recognize the effort of people who have been in it and who have come out successfully and make the world understand that sport means a lot in the development of not only the physical, the emotional, the social, and even economical.
The theme for this year international sport for development and peace.
Yes.
How this theme relates to Salon society as it now, especially young people within into sports.
Thank you very much. Sports they deal with young people, then so much. Others, yes, can be in passive sport, but they help them also for keep fitness and health, right? In the first place. But for the youths, it means a lot. Because the youths are the ones that have the power, the energies to make sport a top elite thing. And also in the process, the youths and mind will be occupied in healthy recreation. Even if they not go to a level, they will become top elite. But then you use sport for make them be engaged in healthy recreation. Because as we all know, we always say the idle mind is the seat of the devil. And if the athletes were young, they not get something like this for do, it's easy for me them go into vices in society, like they talk about this push drugs now where they take, and many other drugs where they unbug them, we go make them not focus, we not go make their whole, even the school business good one from go before, because that's why we're saying peace and development. Because when you have peace in yourself, you'll be able to do things that will bring about the development. So it will drive them away from them things, and they will make them go on teeth and do them bad things, because their time will be useful significantly for their own development, society development, and nation development. So today is a very special day to send a message, especially Sierra Leone. We are struggling with the youths according according to waiting with the see, especially for push intake. Yeah, sport will be a viable way when they will get themselves engaged, so that they will get themselves physically fit, healthy, and socially, positive. At the end of the day, then we're able to be useful to the society.
When the president did declare emergency on substance and drug abuse, they call on different sectors then for come on board and support the fight against push.
Yes.
The sports they did with young people, I want to open use day like today and other days them where they come for fights or support the fight against push.
Thank you. I just want to thank God for the president's statements, because the first gentleman, and I think say because he don't talk now, everybody will take him seriously. But we have been in it, because for every platform we get, when a sport platform, we go use them again for talk about this particular push business, and we go also try to engage the radio and communities for make sure say then we youths that will get, because we need them to come up. They have talent in themselves, especially the one that we not see them talented. If they get involved in drugs, it means we will not be able to tap those talents. They will not come up or become useful in the society and for themselves. So we will continue to use the platform. Every sport where they get in, even in Premier League, we don't get a meeting, we don't set it out. For now, we push so that we will get to be social corporate people. Then we will go around and for talk to people, then talk to the youths and talk to the community for make them know say, push is not good, and any other drug stuff not good, for make we get involved in it, because at the end of the day, it ruins your health, and then you are not fit for be a person in the society. You're not useful anymore in the society. So we don't put modalities in place. We will use the platform for sport for sensitize people. Then those where they sell them, not only the youth, even the one that where they sell them. So we don't put
we get more than 10 sporting disciplines of 15 way they are today, and plenty of them demonstrate. But when you talk to them, one major concern na issue of venue for perform or showcase their skills them. When I just come from the All African Games, how do they use day like today for promote then aspects away don't be concerned as sports na salon?
Thank you very much. So I can tell you about the 3 issues, and one of them that donates. How we go get people then to come on board to donate and help sports ministry for get more infrastructural development, because really the stadium where we get, maybe all of them get rooms stay within the practice and sport, they're under rehabilitation, but that one not going to be enough. We are thinking of having centers of excellence, then infrastructural playing grounds where all over the country, if possible, want to start with the regional side of the country, the 5 regions where we get, so that people that will come from the region will get good playing facilities and practicing grounds. We're good, good, not just the ground, any kind of ground. And we are working on that. We don't put modalities in place. We look out for donors now for help us. Government to do your own, but it's not enough. We get for help out. You are out there, if you hear me, you have something in you, especially the corporate houses, to help us to get more facilities for our kids. Because the more facilities, the more they engage, the more the things that when they do, when they're not supposed to do, then go left hand. Because when they're involved in sport, they see themselves in very good grounds. They go do more, they go perform better, and we go bring Lawrence for Sierra Leone. We go raise the country in GDP. And that is very important for us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much too.
Well, that's now the Minister of Sport, Augusta James Stemmer, made explain you reporter Musa Kamara inside the interview day. Usa is say the Ministry of Sport will use all them platform for fight against push way on the Hamburg young people in the country. The program na Good Morning Salon will come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Sir?
The program Good Morning Salon continues still with you in the studio. We get Abubakar Kamara, National Coordinator, Budget Advocacy Network, as there for some concern them. We ban 50-50 sludge and other one get for SECA the conclusive judgment tribunal of the suspended Auditor General. And so far inside the program, I don't need to talk about how all this come about, the process and the effect where this get to transparency and accountability. If the committee with government is set up, not try for come and make clear the public know within the fair note as this particular issue become about inside November 2021 on the allegation of professional misconduct and breach of confidentiality from the Auditor General report. Continue for the way to inside the program as we try to get somebody on the line. Osman?
The program Good Morning Salon, the continue. Still over to you, Mr. Kamara. Now, una don't pull out on a position with other organizations, but again, somebody go ask, when I may engage, the tribunal for let explain you, waiting na the delay for letting give judgment into this issue. Wanna just highlight now release.
Thank you. Firstly, we follow the process up to we then conclude the matter in December last year, and the matter we do for judgment. So we all come together. We own focus. Ask them since we can wait for 3 months, and this press release now also a way for engage them and let also public aware that this case don't be done since December, and we call it on the tribunal for letting come out with a judgment. So this again now way of asking the tribunal and the judiciary for letting ensure say they come out with the findings. Deliver judgment on the particular issue.
So another thought would say before now be reach out or come out publicly like this one, or not be try for contact them and try for engage them. Firstly, for know why the delay of the conclusive judgment on this whole case.
No, another school of thought will say again, why the judiciary not they also communicate since that process, the process not done over 4 months to the public on a matter weighing a key public evidence. So we don't communicate now. We consult them. We're aware of also communicating to them and the public at large.
And if I be wrong, if not be make the approach in another way, not this way.
Again, this approach will do also part of the accountability process. We exist for also all institutions accountable in a respectful manner. And this now one way we will ask them and also hold them accountable for let them provide answer as to why up to now 4 months they not really come out with the deliver judgment on this matter.
Continue for the with Abubakar Kamara, National Coordinator Budget Advocacy Network, where they talk on behalf of SLAG 5015 large for SECA, the suspended Auditor General and in deputy, and they call on a swift judgment following the conclusion of the Auditor General Lara Telopias and in deputy. The program Good Morning Salon, they continue. Usman?
Inside the program, we can go online now. We get Honorable Mohamed Bangura. We are honorable from Karine District, as on know this the get concern. We are going to say them in name come out na the list of the ECOWAS delegation. But for Kano imposition on the line now, attending time from now, we will get Mohamed Bangura. But as we producer the try for get online at the cover to you back, Mr. Kamara. Now we understand say and we are aware say EU can play a great role where it can power in national budget. And we understand say there is issues around wherein EU gets concerned. Is it not because of the way how they suspend Lara and in deputy make EU concerned about things that will happen?
The suspension of Lara also contributes. We make up to now we not get direct budget support from EU. Mine is not just EU, a lot of international organizations also get concerned. For example, IMF, we don't even see in some of them agreement when they sign the government, then put some conditions then with them for meet in terms of ensuring that the trial goes swiftly, in terms of government providing a timeline as to how long it will take for them really conclude the case. So that don't tell you say it's not just about EU, it's EU, IMF, other institutions are also very much concerned around the suspension of Auditor General. And therefore, since the matter don't be closed, the swift delivery of judgment will be very much important for the people of Sierra Leone, especially when the process don't drag so much long. They suspend the woman in November 2021. The process not starts until March. The first 3 sitting get issued. They not count the real charges them until June, when almost 7 months after when they suspend them. All I'm concerned that happen now, the tribunal don't go through judgment. The case don't close in December. Now we don't begin to face some delay. So we respectfully ask the tribunal for let them deliver judgment on this issue also.
I continue for the with me inside the program. program, Mr. Kamara. As we tell you earlier on, we go get online Honorable Mohamed Bangura from Karine District as a concern wherein he said them pull in name come out now the ECOWAS delegation list. Now we don't get online. Good morning, sir. Welcome to Radio Democracy.
Good morning, everybody.
All right. You get concerned wherein you say then pull your name come out now the delegation list for go ECOWAS and other issue then. Take listeners then too about this you concern.
A family una kushel. Una be no say me na be member of ECOWAS. We na be the 5th Parliament. This 6th Parliament we take place last week. Now open. When it come for submit the names for the people who will go represent Salon na the 6th Parliament, we name the omiter. That is the puller. The Speaker of the House, Naim Puller, on himself, Naim Pull my name. So now that make us say there are procedures in which it follow where you want pull, especially sitting member na ECOWAS, may not a new member na ECOWAS. But the Speaker not follow their procedures in it.
Right.
They just do take a unilateral action and he pull me.
All right. Honorable, waiting at the normal procedure for let your name be part of ECOWAS delegation list and for let them remove names of somebody not for go ECOWAS.
The Speaker he get for nominate the names in the form of a resolution, present them in Parliament. Present in Parliament. Parliament votes on their names daily. And not say by party, not by party. As long as you don't present the names at the well of Parliament in the form of a resolution at the other paper, then vote on them. That is it.
All right. You just don't tell me about the normal procedure. Now, somebody go ask, how comes your name in day na the delegation list where you may attend the past ECOWAS?
The past ECOWAS, as I tell you, that may be the normal procedure. My name was read at the well together with the other members then. The well, Parliament approved. Then I qualify for ECOWAS. This one now, in Odwa, on 3 separate occasions, it includes the announcement of the names of ECOWAS, the list in Odwa. You see, he will consult before ever he announce the names. This is the Speaker himself, Naim Sisu, at the well of Parliament.
All right.
And the consultation, they say the names.
So what the next moment Bangura go do in relation to what you just mentioned?
My brother, what next I go do? I go left the case to God Almighty. I say this because this is ECOWAS Parliament. It's not the end of the road for me, Mohamed Bangura. You know for sure that I don't come a long way to Usadi now. If the Speaker at this point in time he decides me not for go ECOWAS, use all the wrong procedures, he use all the wrong steps for remove me na ECOWAS, I get the rights for go seek legal redress. I get the rights. It's clear. But when it don't be so, I left the case to God Almighty. Because so to speak, I gave me life. Not to speak, I gave me political career. Now, only God Almighty. The things that I don't go through now, I am the last man standing. 2012, you only get 3 people in this country who run for president, with namely Anes Kuruma, Julius Madabio, and Mohamed Bangura. Today, them 2 people also don't go. Anes Kuruma don't serve in term, President Bio, they serve in term. Instead they go. So I am the only man standing. I'm the last man standing among them. I don't know what is the picture get for me.
Okay.
I don't know what this picture get for me.
All right, as you say, the last man standing, but again, you give a update wherein you say you go courts. Now, how you come about for make this decision for left your case giggled?
And see, I be tell you, I consult, and I consult people, I consult my lawyers, I consult me God Almighty because I dey pray, and this is Ramadan month. I consult my wife, I consult many people, and say, now the road this one for take. Let your case go God. Pursue your political career, pursue your dreams. That's not to the end of my life.
All right.
That's all.
Okay. Left your case God, but somebody go say now because you know say maybe you wrong. Now that's make you say you left your case God because somebody go say when they send ECOWAS delegation name for letting go ECOWAS now the party. So somebody go say now because you know say you wrong now that's why now you say you left your case
Make
God.
it very clear. The party don't get no hands in this. The ECOWAS protocol is very clear. 18, 16, 17 standing order are very clear. They don't mention no party did. The Speaker of the House now they send a list. The only thing he talk, they say make he get 30% of the quota of woman representative. And make the list go as best as possible, may it reflect the political configuration of the country. That's all he said. That's all. The party don't get no role there. But in this case, yes, we party ain't right. He said that two people they want for represent them to speaker. The speaker, he take them. He send them. So if I'm going to court, it's a clear case. It's a clear case between the ECOWAS protocol and we stand in orders. Nine go really interpret. But you know, as I say, Abbas will not to get a political career. Abbas will not to get me life. At all. God Almighty then give me life in a political career.
All right. As we wrap up the interview, you feel any disappoint? Or you disappoint when they pull your name totally come out at the ECOWAS list?
Yeah, of course, I'm disappointed, especially when he pull my name in the wrong way. And I make her disappointed. But all the same, I feel relieved. Relieved in the sense that I tell the leadership in Parliament, plenty thank you. Because they stand up for me. They stand up for the right thing. They tell the speaker and tell other people and say, this is the right procedure. You pull Mohamed Bangura wrongly. So I tell them thank you.
All right.
I tell them thank you.
Okay. Plenty thank you for joining inside the program this morning, Honorable.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, that's Honorable Mohamed Bangura from Karine District. Usai being the democracy interview wherein he say he go court concern in this case, but as on a reform I say left in case he got the program now. Good morning, Salon, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Sir?
Good morning, Salon. We go for a break.
You get one life only. Me self get one life only.
You dey look for Master Sabi people wey go handle your motor insurance for you? Well, let you worry down because the Sierra Leone Insurance Company, SLICO, wey na one of the leading insurance company in Sierra Leone, wey dey near and all side of the country for over 30 years now. Na the right place for go for you motor insurance. SLICO, they insure you motor car na computer and quick one, you go get what you want. And they get three kind of motor insurance where then they offer. One na third-party insurance, third-party fire, and theft and comprehensive. So if you dey look for insure you motor car, bike, keke or truck, SLICO will insure them for you with collage. SLICO, the head office, na 68 Sana Street, opposite Edward Street. And then get location then na Lumley Turntable, Aberdeen Turntable, Kiama Road by Lodge, Wilberforce Botomango, Duazak Junction, Pademba Road Licensing Office, 132 Kisi Road near Licensing Office, Upgun Turntable, Kisi Shell before Echo Bank, Wellington na PMB, Regent Village Junction, Joy Junction, Waterloo 55 Junction, 170 Sarah Road, Bo, 42 Magoroka Road, Makeni, and Kamaratong, Upper Shelmingo, na Kenema. We make a total of 17 locations within Salone. Or you go call on 074 4044 or 075 5055. So choose SLICO today for your motor insurance and get peace of mind. SLICO, go they want it.
The program, Good Morning Saloni, continue. Inside this edition of the program, now attempt follow listen to Daddy Wakabot.
I said this one beat me jam Bob. I said this one beat me jam. I say you banish them, I said then come out to I said not to you banish them the fact that you not to them chicken carrot. Me I know one fair 2 3 banish bo. I said the canabati I chick wash it. I say whether the property people and get different explanation. Now the school and Mr. Pop and the Sebo. I say something person go to give me valid explanation. I say all I see now that one for thank you to the minister and step for ID. I can cool the face. Now begin smile. Now see. As if na dem me bobo dem bottom mango. As if na tear gas na for patch dem man. As if like by now me commissioner of police don't ring me. No what about adult 13, adult 16. I auto conduct. Na disorderly behavior as a trainer and also not really so almost pandemic bandits people old. I tell this coach business, I tell you take all that dimension man. I think I really say how I say cousin below. I say I tell them visit a man, the mammy of freedom. I say push out, I say push I say helping the people, them man, I say the people, them full up. I say I know one day see, we police to go outside and put press release. One day for my boy, I say now no more. I say now I see I'm kudu. You put press release at the come. I say things are happening. I say but you not done go. Then say back them friend fish too. I say down the back. You can get a down the no for whether I like it or not. I say you see. Now then to make you ask more question. I say when them begin call the kind of names them, I say when I big on the way they inside the schools, I say this is honorable for it man. And this thing where God is telling me say how they want to set up emergency for the schools, I say bo. I say bo get existing structure them police. The drugs enforcement agency, in fact, we get watching them call it taco shell. Now they say, I said this no other for European. Me, na the honorable Akabo.
The program, Good Morning Salon, they continue from Daddy Wakabot. They come over to a studio guest, Abubakar Kamara, National Coordinator, Budget Advocacy Network Ban. We don't need talk on behalf of Ban / 50/50 and Al Raj for Sika, a concern we didn't get outside and they demand a swift judgment following the conclusion of Auditor General in Tribunal. Over to you, Mr. Kamara. You don't make so many points and raise concern them. And according to a more appropriate for let the conclusive report don't come out, so the public will know within the tribunal we fair not on this particular case. With all of the lapses and things that we don't point at, if this call we not don't make, we according to it, these are the appropriate thing for do. The tribunal through government not able to come out to the public for noting and fair not on the allegation them we they against the suspended Auditor General and the deputy. Waiting next for the different civil society organization them we get his concern on this particular case.
Well, we don't raise with concern respectfully, and the effects of further delay on this matter will help for further enroll the trust we citizens get on the judiciary. And we believe, say, the judiciary in our respective institution, we would expect them follow them uphold the principle of transparency and accountability in the dispensation of justice, and continue for delaying the delivery of judgments will get a lot of implication around justice delayed, justice denied, and more so will also get implication around how motivating women for letting go for public positions then. Because mind you, this would happen, so it also affects women then, especially women then really up there who want to take up public positions then. So therefore, we continue for call on the tribunal for letting them come up, deliver a judgment on this particular issue, because it's about accountability. This now a public matter case where a lot of Sierra Leoneans them condemn this action where they suspend the Auditor General and one of the deputy. So this now call, and we hope say they will listen to the call and ensure say the people of Freetown, people of Sierra Leone people of Sierra Leone really see the judgment, and the tribunal deliver the judgment in earliest possible time.
Plenty thank you to you, Abubakar Kamara, and I name. We don't be with studio guest, National Coordinator Budget Advocacy Network. They talk about a concern we band together with 50-50 Group and also Sierra Leone Association of Journalists and Institute for Legal Research and Advocacy for Justice get for SECA the tribunal process will be the gone for SECA the suspended Auditor General Lara Telopias and in deputy, as people go remember again for say inside November 2021, then be suspending people are on the fact or on the basis of allegation on professional misconduct and breach of confidentiality. So ban with other civil society organizations, they call on government for come out with waiting at the findings them where they know for SECA this investigation. Once more, thank you, we be with guest inside this edition of the program Good Morning Salon.
Thank you too.
Osman.
When I have the person of the program, Good Morning Salon, we come to you live from the Democracy 90.1. Let's thank you to you, Kabiama, put the program together. Let's thank you to you, Abdul Gideon, DJ Kiman, Fatmata Samoa, Japaman Service. So to meet another time for another edition, my name is Usman Kamara. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.
And me, Nasabti Kalon, say blessed week ahead and goodbye.
Went back for news every day now we countries alone for education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit.